Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha, Kodash, and double honor to my teachers, the head apostles, and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, who I learned this truth from. And peace and salutations to the elect that scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth, pushing this truth in sincerity and meekness without wavering, as well as risking their life for freedom to do so. And shalom to the Israelite foreigner, the speckled bird that is scattered amongst the heathen, that look like the heathen, but come from the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is your brother Aishiar from the GMS Cleveland Church. I'm back with another lesson. And Lord willing, it is edifying to one of the Lord's elect. And I'm gonna start off with Psalms, the 58th chapter, and the first verse. And as you see, it says, "Prayer for the punishment of the wicked." So this is a prayer of one of the men of Israel. It says to the chief musician, Altashith, Mikdam of David. Okay. Now, who's the wicked? Okay, well, when you read Malachi, the first chapter, and the fourth verse particularly, it says Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness. Now, we know that Esau, Edom is a self-proclaimed white race who will be ruling the whole entire planet Earth before the Lord sends his only begotten son back, according to 2nd Ezra 69th chapter. Okay. And we know that you have something called it's self-proclaimed. The Edomites are self-proclaimed white race. Okay, starting with the elites, the international banking families. Okay, who control the whole entire planet Earth, right? Because you have a YouTube video called "All Wars Are Bankers' Wars," right? Meaning what? They fund these wars. Okay. I'm gonna have an article to prove it, okay? But it says, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O ye congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? And the answer to that question is no. The only ones that can judge uprightly is the sons of the Most High, starting with the elect. These heathens were not given the instructions from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, they were given instructions to do complete contrary to the instructions of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. This is why you see the world is out of course. Okay, and this verse 2 says, "Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness," meaning the mind. Heart means mind. Yeah, I mean ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth, man. Meaning what? All wars are bankers' wars, man. The world is at the palm of their hands, man. It's at their fingertips. They're the ones that's funding all these wars, man. Okay? And as you see in this article, it says Kim Jong-un says U.S. deep state is behind all conflict and bloodshed in the world. So the Spirit had me look up deep state, because that's a terminology that's being tossed around. So I asked ChatGPT, what is the deep state? The deep state generally refers to a hidden or unelected network of government officials, military leaders, international agencies, intelligence agencies, or other powerful elites who allegedly influence or control policies, decisions behind the scenes, regardless of who is in power. So that's where you get those people who are non-politicians, specifically Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and people like that. Okay, Dr. Fauci. Okay, I can't really think of any more. But those who aren't politicians, once again, it says the term deep state generally refers to a hidden or unelected network of government officials, military leaders, intelligence agencies, or other powerful elites. And we're going to focus on the powerful elites, okay, meaning what? The banking families who are using these people that's on the scene, like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, these presidents and these governors and these bureaucrats, okay, these philanthropists. These are all people set up by the powerful elites who are the banking families, man. Okay, and they set these pawns up to seem like they're the ones that's they're deep state. They're the ones who's behind everything that's going on in the planet Earth, when it's really the banking families, man. Okay, the banking families are using these people that's on the forefront as pawns. Okay, and notice that the international banking families, they would be kings in the chess game. Okay, and these politicians and those and such forth are pawns. It says who allegedly influence or control policy decisions behind the scenes, regardless of who is officially in power. Okay, so you have this this heathen, a Moabite, I believe. He's pretty much exposing who's behind all the conflict in the world, and it's the U.S. Okay, it's the U.S. Okay, he says he tries to blame it on the deep state, but you have to understand it's the elites, okay, who are working through Satan on the left-hand side of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Okay? But it says Kim Jong-un says U.S. deep state is behind all conflict and bloodshed in the world. Okay, and I have a precept. Okay. This is how you know that the United States of America is the eighth head. Okay, as you see in Revelation chapter 17 and verse 8. All right. And it says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, talking about the United States of America, because John the Revelator seen it in the visions that he was given by the angel. And it says, and is not because meaning what? It wasn't pretty much operating at the time. It didn't come into fruition. Okay, he seen it, but it wasn't in reality. You see what I'm saying? Now it's reality. This beast is living. Okay, and this beast is talking about the United States of America. It says, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, starting with Spain, and go into perdition. Right, and that's when Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, went into perdition. Okay. And it started with Spain, and then it trickled down to the French, to British, and then the British, you had America come out of the British, right? And then you have, ever since America came into fruition, it's been going into perdition, which means destruction, okay? And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is, man. Remember, the beast that was, meaning it was in a vision, and it's not, meaning what? It isn't operating yet. It hasn't fully came into fruition, and yet is, meaning it's going to come. Okay. It says, and here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains. Mountains represent governments on which the woman sitteth. The woman is the United States of America, which the 7 heads are the Greeks, the Romans, Germania Major, Germania Minor, the Spanish, French, and British. Those are the 7 mountains, okay, which in today's time would be the NATO, okay? And it says on which the woman sitteth, meaning America controls the NATO. And you can just look these things up, man, okay? America gives the commands to all these European nations. It says there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, all right? Meaning what? Who's the five are fallen? The Greeks, Germania Major, Germania Minor, the French, and the Spanish. Okay? It says, and one is, meaning what? Who is? The Roman Empire. And the other one is not yet come. Meaning who's that? It's talking about Britain, Great Britain. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space, because Britain didn't rule that long. Okay? They might have lasted for maybe a year or two, but it didn't last that long. Okay? It says, and the beast that was and is not, right? Notice he's jumping back. He's going into that same beast that he was given a vision of. It says, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition. All right. He's the eighth, meaning he came out of the seventh, which is Great Britain. So when you go into this word perdition, it says destroying, utter destruction of vessels, of perishing, ruin, destruction of money, the destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell, and that's bullshit. Okay, there's no such thing as hell where you burn forever. Hell is the grave. Hell is Gehenna where we burn trash, and also hell is in condition. Okay, but it says destroying, utter destruction of vessels, and this is the United States of America. Okay, he pretty much proved it. Okay, with this quote. So we're gonna go into it. It says, according to Kim Jong-un, the correct response to those who glorify power is to speak to them in a language that only they can understand, while emphasizing that he does not seek unnecessary escalation of regional tensions. He affirmed his commitment to pursuing continuous countermeasures. All right? These efforts, he stated, are aimed at maintaining military balance in the region and preventing the outbreak of a new war. Kim Jong-un said, the looming shadow of the United States behind the various conflicts and bloodshed in the world proves that our party and government's line aimed at building unlimited defense capabilities is the most just. Right. So that's the book of Joel, right? The book of Joel. I'll read that again. It says, the looming shadow of the United States behind the various conflicts and bloodshed in the world proves that our party and government's line aimed at building unlimited defense capabilities is the most just, meaning they have to do these things. They have to defend themselves. Okay? This is the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay, putting it into the kings of these nations, man, to proclaim war, right? This is the book of Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Okay, and this is why they're coming up, because they know that the United States of America is not a merciful country. Okay, they know that this is the hammer of the whole earth, man. The United States is the hammer of the whole earth. Okay, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what's pretty much going on. You have these nations that were known for growing crops and exporting and importing. Now they have been built up to the point where, guess what? They're starting to defend themselves, man. Nuclear missiles, atomic bombs, such and so forth. Okay? So this is what's going on. The Lord's putting the spirit on these heathens, man. It's a war against Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America. It says he also asserted that the responsibility for the war in Ukraine rests with the globalist deep state in the United States, voicing serious concern over what he describes as the reckless actions of the U.S. and its Western allies. Meaning what? Who's the Western allies of the United States? Talking about Europe. Okay. I'm going to read it again. He also asserted that the responsibility for the war in Ukraine rests with the globalist deep state in the United States. And remember, that's talking about Elon Musk, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos, Who else, man? All these rich people, so-called rich people that are worth billions of dollars, they try to blame it on them, okay, for as being a globalist and controlling the United States of America, which is really the elites, man. I just proved it to you. Psalms 58. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Okay, you can watch a movie on YouTube, I believe. Still got it on there dealing with the Rothschild family and the banking structures that was set up. They were funding both sides of the wars that was taking place in Europe. And this is what they continue to do to this day. It says, in Ukraine rests with the globalist deep state in the United States, voicing serious concerns over what he describes as the reckless actions of the U.S. and its Western allies, man. Okay, and you have, as you see, you have a picture of Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. Okay, Vladimir Putin is the king of Russia, which is Gog in the scriptures, man. Gog, Magog meaning from Gog. This is the ruler, Gog, that's gonna war with the United States and the land of Israel, man. According to Ezekiel 38. And guess what nationality he descends from? He's an Edomite. Okay. And then you have a Moabite in the car with him. Okay. And they're all gonna shoot missiles at this place, man. Because they know they have to join forces due to the fact that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is behind the United States of America on the left-hand side. All right? It says he criticized their goals to deliberately prolong the conflict, driven by unrealistic goal of achieving a strategic defeat against Russia. Okay? So they just pretty much winged it, talking about the United States of America. They didn't really plan this war out. Okay? This war was pretty much to bring in more draconian laws and to stop the to increase the price of living, the cost of living. Food prices were affected. Pretty much everything was affected due to this war. All right, and the banking families did this for what? For ultimate control, man. It says Kim Jong-un stated our military and people will invariably support and stand by the cause of the Russian military and people to safeguard their sovereignty, security, and integrity in accordance with the spirit of the Treaty of Comprehensive Strategic Partnerships between North Korea and NATO. Let me read that again. This is Kim Jong-un, quote unquote, our military and people will invariably support and stand by the just cause of the Russian military and people to safeguard their sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity in accordance with the spirit of the Treaty on Comprehensive Strategic Partnerships between North Korea and Russia. Give me one second.